Hey everybody, it's Beth. Welcome to Infinite Garden. This week I am continuing my Jones Road makeup review series. I have several videos on my channel reviewing the Jones Road makeup line. So I've got some new stuff that I've never talked about on my channel before. I'll be talking about the bronzer, the Lippie Stick Tinted Lip Balms. I'll also talk about the relatively new gel liner. I have two shades of the gel liner and the specific Jones Road liner brush. On my face, I have her What the Foundation in the color Ivory. The plan for the video is just to put the makeup on my face, talk to you a little bit, tell you about these products and what I think. If that sounds good to you, please stay tuned. I also wanted to show you something. Around Christmas, a friend of mine gave me this Caboodles. If you're of a certain age, maybe you had one of these when you were younger. This is like a tackle box for makeup. Do you remember this? She found this at the Michael's craft store and said that she saw this and thought of me and wanted me to have this. And it's such an upgrade from this like IKEA plastic bin that I was using to hold my makeup. And it also reminded me of my youth. It was such a sweet, thoughtful, amazing gift. Thank you, Rosalind. I am so grateful for it. I've been using it a ton. I'm gonna make some noise and show you. This is both for all of you and for her. It's like a multi-tiered case, and it even has like a mirror here with more makeup. So I've actually put the majority of the makeup that I'm using here in this Caboodles, and I use it every single day. It even matches my scarf. Anyway, I just wanted to show you. This is actually my first Caboodles. I always wanted one but never got one. So here we are, 46 with my first Caboodles. Super excited about it. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was the bronzer. I have been receiving comments from you to try the bronzer. And the only reason that I resisted, and it took me so long to get to it, it's not a new product, is that bronzers are really hard for me. My skin tone is neutral, but it does have rosy undertones, yellow overtones. I generally find bronzers look orange on me. They look like makeup. It doesn't look like I've been in the sun. They aren't natural on me. I was hesitant, so I don't rush to bronzers, but this Jones Road line offers the color Dusty Rose. So again, I'm using the shade Ivory from Jones Road, so if that sounds like your skin match, this might work for you. If you're a warmer tone, this might not be the right color, but for those of you who have skin tones like mine on the lighter side and have never really liked bronzers because they're so orange, I just wanted to share this with you. So Dusty Rose is a much more neutral shade than other bronzers. Let me just show you side by side because I've been on the hunt for rosy bronzers for a while. I have here the Gucci bronzer. This is Gucci's bronzer in the shade 01, which was notable for how rosy it was. You can see here that the Jones Road product is even rosier than the Gucci product. This is good because even though this one was very close for me, it was still just a little bit too orange. And now I can see why I felt that way. Another bronzer I've shown on my channel and used quite a bit is Pat McGrath's Nude Honey. Nude Honey is much, much warmer than this shade Dusty Rose by Jones Road. This Nude Honey color can work pretty well, but it does still always look a little orange. The Jones Road bronzer is actually somewhat close to the Pat McGrath blush in the shade Flirtatious. You can see that they're a lot closer in color. One difference is that the Flirtatious blush has a little bit more of a pearlescent finish, whereas the bronzer is completely matte. I also wanted to compare it to the Benefit Blush Starla, which is kind of a terracotta blush. Some people like this one as a bronzer. You can just see how orange it is in comparison to Dusty Rose. I hope that gives you a sense of what this one is like. I'm gonna put this on, and I have to tell you, so it's Sunday today, it's right before the Super Bowl. I'm putting on makeup to sit at home and watch the Super Bowl. So on Friday night, I was out and I was wearing this bronzer, and someone asked me if I'd been in the sun. My friend, who is like just this beautiful woman who I know loves makeup, she was the one who was like, oh my gosh, have you been in the sun? And I was like, oh no, it's a bronzer. I finally found a bronzer that might actually work on my skin tone. I'm using this right now as a contour, which I don't know if I'm gonna regret that later. Just bringing it up here, which I find myself doing fairly often with my blush. Do you see this? I mean, I know you can see that it's on my face, but let me show you on the other side. Can you see? Again. It's working. It's actually doing what bronzer is supposed to do. I've loved watching makeup videos over the year where people put on bronzer and their faces warm up and it brings life back and blends all of the makeup together. And I have kind of like been on the outsides of that, always thinking like, I would love to have a bronzer. I would love to be able to bronze up my face and look like I've been in the sun. I just couldn't find the right shade. And the thing with Bobbi Brown, the reason why I've been kind of devoted to trying everything in the Jones Road line, I've talked about this before, I've always liked the Bobbi Brown makeup line back when she started it. And, you know, through up until when she sold it, it continues to be a very solid makeup line. I continue to shop the Bobbi Brown makeup line. But what I know about the person Bobbi Brown is that she has, you know, really like keenly honed color intelligence, especially for natural looking makeup. And I can tell with all of her colors, everything that she's doing, she's trying to create beautiful makeup that also looks really pretty natural. I really appreciate that because even though, you know, I like glam as much as anybody, most days I'm just trying to go about my business in the normal pragmatic universe. And having a little bit of makeup on my face can help me feel better. You know, evens out my skin tone, brings a little life back, especially in the winter. I don't think I maybe have to explain this. Why am I justifying this? I don't know. I have been wearing this now for about a week. I think that's how long I've had it. And I think it looks great. It looks great all day. I never look at myself and think, oh, you can tell I have makeup on. It just looks like me. Formula's great. It is matte. It is somewhat, you know, beautiful pigment level, not too potent, so you can, you know, blend it up, blend it down. You can pack it on. It does build up, but you can also get, you know, the barest application of it. I think it's really elegant. I'm gonna put a little bit on as eyeshadow, as a base for my eyeshadow. I've been wearing just this bronzer and not even adding blush, which is unusual for me because I wear blush every single day. This one actually seems to sort of be enough. This is a standout product for me, primarily because of the color. That's the primary reason. I also really like the formula and the component. I think she got it exactly right. It does have a mirror, which is the right power for application. You know, kind of if you hold it at arm's length, it's sort of perfect for seeing yourself. Looks good. Love the bronzer. I'm a huge fan. Thank you to all of you who recommended that I try it. I really do feel like this is the winning product I've been looking for so long. I will have all of these products linked below if you're interested. I'll also link to my other Jones Road reviews in case you're interested in those. I recently talked about the Jones Road blush. I picked up the color Rosy, which is a really nice color for me. Been using it a ton. I will say that I was using it with a brush. I would put on my Wet the Foundation, and without powdering the Wet the Foundation, I would go in and just put the blush right on my cheeks. Going in back and forth with my brush on the blush, it did eventually hard pan. So if you look at the actual pan, you can see it is textured now. I've had to scrape off the hard pan, and I think it's directly related to the products, you know, coming together. So just kind of word to the wise on that one. Still like this product a lot. So I'm just gonna pop the smallest amount, really subtle. I really think this is kind of the core of why those of us who like Bobbi Brown like her, is that the products just seem to kind of become one with you, right? The blush has a slightly pearly effect in the powder, unlike the bronzer, which is completely matte. Isn't this looking nice? I really feel like it's looking great. So fun. It's so fun when makeup works out. I'm gonna put on some eyeshadow in her The Best eyeshadow. This is the color Ash, and it is strictly matte. Just going to swipe a little bit of that on. I like this eyeshadow. It's pretty sheer. You can build it up, and it's just a lovely neutral tone if you just want to put a little dimension in. My eyelids tend to be a little bit hooded, and I like to put a crease in, and I want that to look really natural, maybe sometimes undetectable. On my skin tone, the shade Ash does that for me. So I picked up 2 of the gel liners. I picked up black and violet. I love a purple eyeliner. It's one of my favorite colors to wear. I have a little bit of green. My eyes are dark hazel, and there's green in there. The purple makes them pop. So I'm going to use the violet today on my eyes and show you that, but let me just show you how the black actually looks on the skin. I did pick up the brush as well. This has a sharp angle, which is perfect for putting on eyeliner. I feel like it's as good as any other brush for this purpose. I have other brushes here in my collection that do that. I've got one here that does it. I didn't need it, but I was very curious. It does feel as though it's made of wood and not plastic, which I appreciate. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of this and show you what kind of line you get. So you can get a heavy black line, and you can also get, I'm just gonna show you this, some finer strokes as well from this brush. I'll show you on the same hand how that compares to the violet in terms of color value, in case you're wondering. The violet is pretty deep. Nice big fat line, couple of fine lines. Violet shade is very deep and has a similar effect to the black liner, just a little less harsh than a full-on black. I find that I'm using the violet a lot. It gives me exactly what I'm looking for out of an eyeliner. I just think it's so pretty. Okay, so let me do this eye first and I'll try to show this. I'm gonna just do a tight line against my eyelashes. This is how I would wear this eyeliner most days, just deepening the lash line. See how kind of undetectable that is? Especially since I have, you know, darker eyes, I have a darker ring around my iris. I love having a nice heavy dark line at my lash line. I feel like it makes my eyes pop and really accentuates the difference between the white and the dark. Clean it up a little bit. And that is what it looks like up close. Here you go. This is very simple. This is what I would wear to work. I'm not a makeup artist, obviously. I'm just a person who likes to wear makeup and wears it every day. And this is how I wear it every day. So I'm just gonna do the other side as well. I love watching makeup videos from people who have more artistic ability than I do. I also think, I hope it's valuable to see how like just an average person wears his makeup in kind of an average way on a normal day. I also like to see that from people too. So doing the same thing, going below my lash line and directly above it. It reads as eyeliner. It barely reads as purple. It's not colorful in the sense that someone looking at you would say, oh, they've made an, you know, editorial stylistic choice to wear a colorful eyeliner. It's not that at all. It just looks a little less intense, a little less straight up glam. I also love glam, which is why I bought the black one, because I'm excited to use that. In terms of my overall thoughts on the gel liner, I like it. I am a fan of eyeliner. I wear it all the time. I really do like eyeliner pencils. I've tried a lot of them, including the Jones Road pencil. Just for kicks, I'm gonna use the Jones Road eyeliner in the metallic green. This is the color and a shade I've talked about on my channel already, but I haven't seen it in a little while. I love it. This is a blackened green. It has a little bit of sparkle, and I think it's kind of nice with the purple. It's colorful, but they're both blackened in a way and like neutral enough that it doesn't look like I'm wearing editorial makeup on my face. I think it looks pretty good. It does require blending out, I think, a little bit. When you blend the green one out, it sort of releases some of the shine in a good way. Like you can kind of see the sparkle. I'm not looking for a perfect line. I'm actually looking for kind of a smudgy, little bit lived in, somewhat natural, nonchalant kind of look. I think what I appreciate the most about the Jones Road line is how easy it is to get the look I'm going for. I want my skin to look healthy and glowing. I want my eyes to be defined and look pretty but not heavy. It's just simple. She has created a line that has the right colors and the right formulas, and they're easy to use. She also uses responsible packaging materials. I haven't really even talked about this, but like the eyeliner is a wooden pencil, not a plastic one. The gel liner does come in glass pots. I appreciate that. I appreciate the materials of the packaging. I also appreciate the aesthetics. They're just very low key. I appreciate the aesthetic, the white and beige aesthetic with the heavy black text. It's not overly glamorous. Easy to understand branding in this really sort of day-to-day color palette. I think it directly matches the products that she's selling. She really thought this through, and I see it and I appreciate it. I am gonna use the mascara, the Jones Road mascara. I tried the mascara last year and I didn't love it. I don't hate it. It just didn't unseat my favorite, which is the Clinique High Impact Mascara. This is a black mascara with a fluffy curved wand. and it creates instantly very black, very glam lashes. I just got done telling you that this is sort of a day-to-day kind of line, but one thing I have heard Bobbi Brown say in other contexts is that she really likes a glam mascara. She likes pink blush and she likes black mascara, and this is an undoubtedly glam mascara. And I do like the way my lashes look with it. The last time I used it, I talked about how I thought it was somewhat hard to remove. I don't know if it's changed or if I've changed or what, but I'm not finding that this time around. I'm finding it removes just fine. I do think it does flake a little bit throughout the day. So if I look at myself at lunchtime, if I put this on to go to work, I will see little like bits of mascara on my face, and I'll have to, you know, clean those away. I think it might be a tubing mascara because it instantly lengthens my lashes, and that tubing part seems to break it. Even now, I'm looking in the mirror here, I'm already seeing little dots of little mascara bits already coming loose. That part I don't really love. I am gonna keep using this. It does seem to goop up sort of fast. I think I've had this now about a week. It's sort of early in this mascara's life. I'm going to just see how it goes as it gets older. Sometimes these tubing mascaras can become very thick over time. I do think it's a good glam mascara. It is slightly more makeup-y than some of the rest of the aspects of her line. Like for instance, her Lippie sticks. So this is a chapstick that is tinted. In terms of packaging, I'm pretty sure that this is metal. It feels always cold to the touch, like aluminum or something. So I have the shade Deep Rose and I have the shade Miami Beach, which is in line with the Miracle Balm, which I really like that shade very, very much. It's coral. I'm gonna use the shade Deep Rose today, but I'm gonna show you both on the back of my hand. So this is sort of what the Lippie stick looks like. It's kind of like a little bit of a grainy beeswaxy lip balm formula. And the color is sheer. Can you hear that siren in the background? This is Miami Beach. A little bit more of a coral there. Oh my gosh, do you see this? That's the Jones Road nail polish. I was painting my toes earlier. Anyway, that's Miami Beach right here. That's Deep Rose. And I bought these to see if it would be nice to have something just to like carry around, have in my pocket, swipe a little color on. I like these all right. They're not my favorite, and it's because of the formula. I'll just show you Deep Rose. It kind of has that stiff, waxy feeling of a heavy chapstick, so you kind of have to put pressure down to get it warmed up. And there it is on the lips. This is Deep Rose. I like it. I don't think it gives me the freedom of application where you don't actually have to have a mirror. Sometimes, you know, I look at it and I'll see that some of the pigment has gathered here or there and it just needs to be blended in, because I do think that it shears out. There's a lot of pigment in it, but it shears out so it can gather. But I do like this Deep Rose. I feel like it harmonizes well with these other rosy colors, the Rosy blush and the Dusty Rose bronzer. I feel like it does create a degree of harmony. And when I look at myself in the mirror, it does feel like I have plenty of makeup on. You know, these are all pretty natural products, but it does look like I've got makeup on, but it looks natural, it looks good, I look polished. These colors seem to go with my skin tone. Very happy with them. I think one of the reasons why I haven't been reaching as much for the Lippie stick as I have for other products is that it's been a little bit drier and I've been feeling like I wanted lip oils, or even like the balm.com, which is a petroleum-based lanolin product. I've wanted like a heavy layer. And this product is slightly less heavy than those products, although it is definitely a lip balm. It's fully nourishing. I have a feeling I might be more interested in this product when spring comes and it's not quite so dry. So that is it. What do you think? Have you guys tried these products? Are you already in love with the bronzer? Those of you who directed me to it, thank you so much. As always, I want to hear from you. Have you tried these products? Are you interested in them? Are you enjoying the Jones Road line? If you enjoyed this video or found it useful, please do consider giving it a like. It helps my videos out a ton. If you want to hang out again, I post videos on Sunday, so please do subscribe. I'd love to have you here as part of this very supportive and kind community. Anyway, I hope that you are all doing well out there, and I hope you have a great week ahead. Thank you so much for watching. Talk soon.